From the very beginning, Brandy Rosine shined.
Talk to me about Brandy growing up.
She was a happy, happy, happy child. She had that contagious, outgoing energy that people just loved.
Brandy was selfless and intelligent, loved others.
She's who I want to be when I grow up. You know, she's a wonderful human.
But the bubbly teen also faced some heavier challenges.
Growing up, were there some struggles with Brandy with her identity and who she was becoming?
Yes.
What did that do to you?
I knew before she did.
Were you accepting?
Absolutely. I accepted her any way, shape, or form. She was my daughter. And Christy was there to help her along the way and guide her. She was amazing.
She confided in you
Yes.
and really looked to you for guidance.
Mm-hmm.
Did Brandy have a hard time with her identity?
In the beginning, she did, yes. So I tried to help her through that, tell her it's okay, just be yourself.
Brandy took that advice and flourished. As a college student, she was a double major in psychology and sociology with a plan for the future.
She wanted to help people.
And one of the people she wanted to help the most was her girlfriend, Jade Olmstead. They had met online and had dated for several months right after high school.
What were some of your first impressions of Jade?
When I first met her, I thought that she lacked confidence. You know, I feel like she wasn't comfortable in her own skin.
Very quiet, but I also know Jade had some issues at home and contributed that to why she was so quiet.
Jade really struggled with her parents. She came from a very religious household, and then she came out as a lesbian. Her parents were not happy about it. They wanted her to change who she was and just flip the switch and not be gay anymore.
But Brandy accepted Jade for who she was and was generous with the one she loved. Some saw Jade as a drain.
Were you aware of any red flags in their relationship?
Brandy had told me that Jade didn't want to work. She took care of her a lot.
You think that Jade had the same love and compassion for Brandy?
I think that Brandy did a lot of things for Jade, and that made Jade feel good.
Had to be tough as a mom.
It was tough because I felt that Brandy could do so much better.
The relationship would eventually end when Jade stole money from Brandy and left town. But the exes stayed in touch.
They still seem to remain friends in some capacity. Did Brandy still talk about Jade?
Yes, all the time. And then there would be times where Brandy would say, take this phone number, it's Jade's, put it in your phone. I'm gonna delete it from mine, I shouldn't talk to her anymore. And then the next week she's like, hey, can you give me Jade's phone number back? They did go back and forth a lot.
Was it toxic?
Yeah, it was unhealthy because Jade knew that Brandy would do anything for her.
Jade was taking advantage of her.
Mm-hmm.
Taking advantage, like asking Brandy to pick her up in Maryland, some 300 miles away, and bring her back to Ohio.
Within hours after Brandy dropped her off, Ashley and her parents came and got her.
Ashley Barber, she dated Jade before Brandy.
Ashley was very tough. She liked to put out there that no one could mess with her. You know, she was aggressive.
18-year-old Jade and 20-year-old Ashley were now officially back together and even living together at Ashley's parents' house in Pennsylvania.
Ashley wanted Jade all to herself.
Brandy and Jade, was there anything more to that friendship?
I don't think that Brandy was trying to step into Jade and Ashley's relationship. I think that she just cared about Jade and wanted good things for her, so she just always stuck around.
But being a friend of Jade's would prove to have deadly consequences. It was a warm spring morning at Brandy's grandmother's house.
10 a.m. She says, Grandma, I'm going to visit my friend Rhiannon.
Yes, who also lives in Ohio, who's a very close friend of Brandy's.
But instead of driving to Rhiannon's, Brandy drives almost 80 miles to see someone else. And on her way, Brandy texts Rhiannon the address and something else foreboding.
She told a friend that she had an uneasy feeling about coming here.
Coming up, did Brandy ever arrive?
I told her, I don't believe a thing you're saying.
And a vile vow posted online.
She had said, I hope I get to kill her before her diabetes does.
And as cops begin their investigation, Carrie launches her own, starting with digging into Brandy's cell phone records